Okay, it's time now for a look at the day's top business news with Brian Quinn, who joins me here in the studio. And Brian, we're starting with the latest in a long-running battle between the US and China over control of some of the world's most popular apps.
That's right, Thomas. The Trump administration says new downloads of the video sharing platform TikTok will be banned on U.S. app stores as of Monday. For WeChat, the Chinese-owned app that serves as social network, payment service, and e-commerce platform, the ban is far more comprehensive. Trump says it's all about national security. He's also just said that a deal for TikTok could come through quite quickly. Many see the move as part of a tug-of-war between Washington and Beijing over digital supremacy. Luke Schrager reports.
TikTok and WeChat, the latest casualties of the trade war between the US and China. At least once, Washington's ban on both the Chinese apps goes into effect on Sunday night.
The Chinese Communist Party has demonstrated the means to use these apps to threaten the national security, foreign policy, and the economy of the U.S. We have taken significant action to combat China's malicious collection of American citizens' personal data.
The ban will prevent new downloads and upgrades to TikTok already on smartphones within the United States. For WeChat, it goes further still. A one-stop shop hugely popular in China for messaging, social media and mobile payments. The app will see fund transfers, payment processing and even web hosting and any use of its code by its American partners halted, effectively crippling it in the States. Those restrictions will apply to video sharing app TikTok as well starting November 12th, though it'll still function in the meantime without upgrades. It gives owner ByteDance breathing room to close a deal to keep its US operations running. California business software firm Oracle had been set to purchase a minority stake in the app and control its data management. Washington, however, has indicated that isn't enough to assuage its security concerns. ByteDance has also floated the option of an international IPO, though the company says it'll need Chinese government approval for technology exports under any such deal. TikTok has expressed its disappointment at the blocking of new downloads and stated it'll continue to appeal the executive order, calling it unjust.
On to Spain next, where the boards of CaixaBank and Bankia officially approved their merger Friday. CaixaBank is acquiring the much smaller Bankia for 4.3 billion euros in stock. The deal will create Spain's largest domestic lender with assets of just over 660 billion euros. It's one of a number of mergers in the works as European lenders face growing pressure from bad debts and low interest rates amid the coronavirus crisis. CaixaBankia expects annual cost savings of some 770 million euros by 2023. That's something unions say can only mean thousands of job cuts. CaixaBank CEO acknowledged that concern on Friday. Here he is.
Hemos hecho un análisis, pensamos que en su conjunto la operación funciona y que se pueden alcanzar unas sinergias importantes. Evidentemente, ya lo he dicho, en toda fusión se generan solapes y duplicidades. Hemos hecho el pasado, como es lógico, acuerdos con las representantes de los sindicatos, acuerdos que siempre han sido no traumáticos.
It's time for a check on the day's trading action. Wall Street losing ground again Friday as tech shares continued their week-long slide. Investors pessimistic about the arrival of an effective coronavirus vaccine and the Federal Reserve's apparent aversion to new stimulus measures. The Dow ending the day down just under 0.9%. The S&P 500 down around 1.1%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq down just over 1% at the close. European indexes ended the day firmly in the red as well amid a spike in COVID-19 cases on the continent and ongoing tensions over Brexit negotiations. London's FTSE 100 and the Frankfurt DAX each finishing the day down 0.7%. CAC 40 here in Paris down nearly 1.25% at the close. The European Commission announced Friday that it sealed a deal with French drug maker Sanofi and its British partner GSK to buy up to 300 million doses of an eventual COVID-19 vaccine. The move comes after a similar deal last month with AstraZeneca for up to 400 million doses. The EU has already committed around 2 billion euros to vaccine development and procurement. It's now seeking to boost that funding amid estimates that demand is going to far outweigh supply. The World Health Organization is worried that big spending by wealthy nations could prevent poorer countries from accessing vaccines. That's a concern that the Commission spokesperson spoke to as the deal was announced.
The agreement will allow all EU member states to purchase up to 300 million doses of the Sanofi GSK vaccine. In addition, member states may donate reserved doses to lower and middle income countries, showing again our global commitment in the search for a vaccine which should be available to all.
And finally, for business, while many sectors may have taken a bath on the coronavirus crisis, here in France, one industry is seeing a wave of new clients. The private pool industry is swimming in cash as canceled overseas trips and lockdown measures have prompted homeowners to splash out on their own backyard oases. The French Federation of Pool and Spa Professionals, yes, that exists, says orders during 2020 have at least doubled over last year's numbers, with deliveries already up 6%. And expected to continue rising as installations progress. No need for the bathing cap when you have your own pool, Thomas. I recommend it.
I have a very, very small Parisian flat, so there's no way that I can have a pool.
Maybe a little baby one, maybe a blow-up
Tiny
pool
one,
is
very, very
more
tiny
appropriate
one.
for your
Okay,
situation.
Brian Quinn with the latest business news. Thank you very much.
Sure.